Hi Soul family, I hope you're well. Thank you so much for returning to my channel today, and we're going to do something different today. I thought we would channel some messages via a candle wax reading from the planet Saturn. So I know we have a few planets in retrograde at the moment. It has been a heavy year for retrograde, so let's see what comes through. Okay, I'm hearing interruptions. It's been constant interruptions no matter what I do. There's always blocks. That's what I'm picking up. But the hard work will pay off, step by step. Each time I take another step, I'm getting closer to the end goal. But now I'm hearing aeroplanes going above the house. So some of you may be traveling. Some of you may have been saving up for a holiday, and it's taken so long because there's always been an obstacle in the way. Perhaps there were delays with your flights, or even delays with getting the money in order to save up for the holiday in the first place. I'm also hearing a dog bark in the distance, so some of you may have had veterinary bills to pay. Difficulties in finding a pet sitter as well. I'm hearing breaking through the ice. You've been working incredibly hard and it has been a slog, but the ice is melting and you're breaking through now. I'm actually being shown an image of someone climbing an ice cave of some sort and you're just like trying to thaw at the ice. That's what I've been shown. For some of you, the transformation is almost complete. I don't know if you can see it here, but this section here kind of looks like a butterfly that's forming. It's like you've been in a cocoon. In fact, the way I'm looking at this right now, this looks like a long caterpillar that's been going into a cocoon and now it's ready to transform. Let's see what else is coming through from Saturn. Kind words is what I'm hearing. Be kind to yourself. Movement is happening. You can't see what's happening, but there is movement behind the scenes. It's taking its time, we know. But the obstacles had to teach you a lesson. It's like the traffic lights were constantly on red, but before you know it, they're turning to green. I'm hearing in the next 4 days. I don't know what's coming up in the next 4 days. I know there's a new moon happening soon. I'm not sure when. There have been times where you've been constantly stabbed in the back. The hardships will clear once you've learnt the lessons and move forward, which is similar to what we've just heard a moment ago. Just seeing if there's anything else that's coming through. Some of you have been working on your fitness. I'm seeing a running track. You've been out jogging, running, or you're actually training for some sort of competition. For some of you, so this could be literal, or for some of you, it could mean that you started late in the race and you feel like time is running out and you won't be able to reach the finish line, but actually you will. This is starting to look like Europe to me. So here, that looks like the UK, and this looks like mainland Europe. So I'm just trying to think which country that would be. Like France, Belgium, like Northern Europe. This section would be Scandinavia here. Been drawn to Northern Central Europe. I'm here in Czech Republic, Poland, the Prague kind of area for Czech. and Germany as well. Let's see what else is coming through. Some of you are fashion designers and you've been trying to get into the industry. So you may have finished art college of some sort, or an art course, fashion design course, media course. You're trying to get your portfolio ready, or you're waiting for some sort of exam results. Some of you will be starting an art school. And some of you are looking to study abroad, but you're not sure if it's the right decision. It's a big challenge that you'll have to overcome, but you will get through it. Put in the hard work now and reap the rewards later. Some of you work with, I'm being shown fake leather, using sustainable materials to create different outfits or accessories. Some of you are waiting for karma to hit the people that betrayed you. But I'm being told whilst you're waiting for that karma, it won't happen because you're too fixated on it. Once you remove yourself from the situation and remove your energy from thinking about it constantly, that's when the karma hits them. But it's not your concern because it will be draining your energy, is what I'm being told. Some of you work with digital photography, I'm being told. I'm hearing lots of pixels, so you might be a photographer, you might be someone editing pieces of work, photographs, art pieces. You might work in animation. I'm hearing Pixar. I'm hearing fight or flight. Someone may have done this. They weren't prepared to work hard, so they ran. There was a commitment, they ran at the last minute. I'm so sorry if that affected you. There's a lot about kindness that's coming through. All I keep hearing is kindness is key. See if there's anything else. Some of you may have recently noticed that all the hard work that you've been putting into your projects and other endeavours, side hustles and things, even relationships, or anything that's personal to you, you may have noticed that things are starting to speed up in those areas for some of you. For some, you felt like the burden is just becoming too unbearable now. It's like you're doing everything on your own. For those who are feeling like that, I'm being shown to spend some time out in nature to relax and try to ease your mind. I'm also being shown salt baths, the spiritual baths you get, so you can get some Epsom salt, Himalayan salt to detoxify your energy. I'm also being shown one of those foot massages as well. You need to bring in some new energy and declutter. Your prayers have been answered. I'm also hearing curiosity killed the cat, so try not to be too nosy about certain things. You'll get your answers when you need it to. You're also heading in a different direction to others. You may have noticed some differences between you and the people that are around you. So, for example, a few more heated debates, which is not something you're used to with your group. It could be your friends, your work colleagues, even your family. Here in time is running out, and that was in one of the readings as well that I channeled some information in. Some of you like to go to the river or ocean. I'm being shown skiing, I'm being shown sailing as well. A lot of fast movement coming in for you as well. Christmas might be significant for you. Some of you may also be getting married as well. To me, this kind of looks like a dress of some sort. You may also see something in here as well that I may not be able to see that resonates with you. Messages are coming in. Oh, and movement as well. Fell. I'm hearing a lot of birds outside, so that's when I said messages, and then this flipped over as well. Let's see what else. Some of you are going through a divorce and you're waiting for karmic justice to come through, which is happening. Some of you have been waiting 7 years to sort financial situations out. Some of you have been in a relationship for 7 years. Adversely, some of you are entering a marriage, which is what came through in the candle wax reading. Okay, let's start with this. So we have your hard work is paying off. So that's what came up in the candle wax message earlier, that it felt like no matter what you were doing, for some of you, you couldn't see the end results and it's just been ongoing. Whereas for another portion of you, you've been working so hard at it, and all of a sudden recently things are speeding up for you. And Capricorn and Saturn are linked, of course, astrologically. The new moon coming in next week will be of great significance for you, especially for those that are working in academic or side hustles, projects, those types of things, and business, and that's come through there. So I think those are interlinked. Perhaps wearing more reds. For those of you who are more creative, for some reason I'm being drawn to dragons. So I don't know if you're into things like mythical creatures, Dungeons and Dragons, or Lord of the Rings, or something along those lines. But that's for some reason coming through. Even dinosaurs, I'm being shown their feet, their claws coming through. So fast movement did come through. Extreme sports came through with the candle wax messages. So this to me indicates travel, and obviously you've got mountains as well in the background, and there's a lot of blue here actually. So perhaps the blue could have signified not just oceans and rivers, so your emotions as well, and communication in general. Right at the beginning of the candle wax reading, I know I heard some aeroplanes go above my house a few times. And that there were delays for some of you with travel, and you've been trying to save up really hard. And obviously it's time to relax, so that will happen soon. It could be happening around the full moon, so you could have already started saving up for quite a while. And obviously the delays may have been happening now, but by the time the full moon hits in the next couple of weeks or so, the delays may have dissipated, or you may just be travelling around the full moon time. Keep working on your communication. I know it's been incredibly difficult, especially for those of you who felt you've been hard done by and been put in very difficult situations karmically, which weren't to do with you. It's like you've been dragged into other people's drama, is what I'm being told, when it had nothing to do with you. And you just wanted to relax and take time to breathe out other people's issues. Messages are coming in, so this again could be to do with commitment when it comes to marriage, or like I was saying before, it could be to do with the end of a marriage. You have the death card there, so to me that could be the ending. Could be the ending of being single, or the ending of what was a commitment. So you could be waiting for divorce papers for some of you, or for those of you that are getting married, which I did say earlier in the candle wax, reading that it looked like a wedding dress. That could be coming in soon, so that could be the next chapter. Some of you may be looking to have an autumn wedding, if you are looking to get married, or October may be relevant to you. Stability will be coming in, that's the next step. Like at the beginning when, with the candle wax, it was just forming in a line of some sort, and then it kind of looks like a caterpillar. This kind of reminds me of that, how it was forming at the beginning. Creating your stability bit by bit, hence your hard work paying off in this card there. And I guess this is saying the same thing, you know, this is your hard work, the clouds, the obstacles that you had to face in whichever area of your life that you've been facing it in. But the clouds are clearing and the sun will come out. There may be 3 people that were involved, there may be 6 people involved. The letter K may be significant. That could be initial of yours or somebody that was involved in the situation. Loyalty and hard work. This could have been linked with a friend, a friendship. Perhaps you felt the friends that you had, there were some differences, like we picked up with the candle wax reading. That's, you're not seeing things in the same way anymore like you used to. And you're realising that this friendship is just hard work, it's just too much. And that's where communication is important, where you have to just speak your truth and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore, it's too much. And that you crave stability, and that you don't want other people's drama around you anymore. Adversely, if you're one of the collective that's going through a separation of some sort, whether it is a literal divorce or ending from other situations, whether it's a work situation, personal projects, you decided to change your mind and work on something else, or there could be other issues that you faced, you may need the support of your friends. So for those of you who are lucky to have a strong support network, you may be calling upon them right now, and for some of you, you may need some extra assistance with the situations that you're going through. And Saturn is asking you to share the burden. Some of you may be thinking about getting crystal therapy of some sort. So that could be working with crystals, putting them on different chakra points on your body. Some of you may be using water that's absorbed crystal energy, or using crystal sprays to clear your energy as well. So with all the busyness that you may have been going through, stress, toxicity, or just working too much, and you just felt like you're just not getting a break, it might be time to just try to sit down and take a breather. And it's shown here clear quartz, and I've got some clear quartz there and there as well. So that might help focus your mind. Or you might just be trying to get clear on something that's happened, and that will happen once you've communicated. Our red's come through again. Okay, so we had the cinnabar crystal, which is the red crystal there, and another one's come through. Pipestone, catlinite. I've never heard of that crystal before. And that's from the ancestors with your root chakra. So Saturn is working with your ancestors to help clear the way forward for you, so you're not feeling as overwhelmed as you have been. Maybe they're the ones who are coming forward to help you. They're the loyal friends around you, the loyal family around you. You may have some family in spirit as well as friends in spirit as well, trying to help alleviate some pain that's occurred. Perhaps something not so nice happened recently and you're trying to gain your stability back because you just don't know how to cope with what's happened. But just know that you are protected and that you are being looked after and you're not alone. Yep, cleansing. Water's come up again. So earlier I was shown the oceans, rivers, lakes. I'm hearing white water rafting. You could be listening to cleansing music. You might be visiting a spring. You could be thinking about incorporating more fresh water into your diet. Like mineral waters, specially cleansed waters. Or you could just be making your own crystal water like I was just mentioning earlier. Right, there's a lot of water in your reading for from Saturn. So new moon has come up again. New moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. So there's a lot of meditation, cleansing, focus that needs to take place. So you're focusing on your root chakra, which, like I said, is linked with your stability, but you might be thinking about creating a business which involves communication, but you need to clear your energy first to make sure that your communication is on point and that you're accurately communicating what it is that you want to say and how you wish to say it without interference from others. Sometimes we may be thinking that we're sharing our views, but they're not. They're the views of somebody else that's around us, influencing us in a way which is not in alignment with us as an individual. The new moon that's coming up in the next few days might be really important for you to utilize in terms of meditation, creating crystal water, or starting a new business. And the dogs are barking quite a lot outside. So there is a lot of communication that might be coming in actually from friends. A lot of back and forth communication that's coming through, stuff that you've been expecting, waiting on. A lot of messages. Yep, security's come up, which is in alignment with what we were saying about the root chakra. Some of you could be cleaning your home, doing some gardening whilst the weather's nice and it's not raining. I'm hearing a lot of redecorating at the moment to bring in some new energy. You might be working with animals as well. I think the veterinarian came up in the candle messages. Working with animals definitely came up. Those of you who are worried about time running out, says nothing is yet set in stone. You still have time to get the things done that you want to get done. Yes, it's taking time. Yes, it's been a slog, it's been hard work. But don't think things aren't shifting, they are. And if you're worried about some of the decisions that you made, there is time to amend and rectify those decisions and go in a different direction. Now I'm hearing a lot of birds outside. Again, so many messages that are waiting to come through. You could be someone who's been a bit of a hermit recently. You haven't been going out much. You've been trying to take some time for yourself, switch off your phone, avoid the emails. And you're concerned that as soon as you switch your phone on, your phone's just going to go off continuously. But don't be worried. Just try to get organised. Instead of avoiding all forms of communication, you must get organised. Your respect will come, prosperity will come, and what you've been trying to manifest will happen. You've had the new moon in Capricorn, the new moon in Pisces. That's a good omen to have. A lot of newness coming up and changes. You're stepping into a new cycle, and you felt like no one was respecting your hard work. But that is about to change. A new direction is coming. Some of you are thinking about leaving a job. You're deciding, I'm not being respected anymore. Nothing's shifting here. I thought there was going to be change. Should I stay or should I go? 50-50. 1 minute, I want to go. The next minute, you're saying, no, I'm going to stay. You're getting there now. Saturn wants you to make the change. Saturn wants you to take the chance and head in a direction which is more conducive to you and who it is that you want to be. Are you someone that's been constantly working and you haven't had a holiday, and you're concerned that if you leave work, they're going to sack you? Or you're going to fall so behind with work, you don't know if you'll be able to catch up? Are you someone who's stuck in working in the corporate world or in an environment which you do not like? It doesn't have to be corporate, it could be anything. It could be retail, it could be hospitality, it could be anything. It could be night work and it's just taking its toll. And you need that break and you think, right, what do I do? How can I change this? This is where you need to take time to breathe. Start weighing out the pros and cons. And figure out what it is that you can do to make the change. There is going to be a breakthrough. Things have been illuminated. So the breakthrough, you have butterflies here. In the candle wax reading, it did look like a butterfly when it was forming. Again, water, waves, oceans. Some of you have felt like a part of you that was nice and colourful is now going grey. And it's just taken everything out of you. And all these messages that are coming in. It's going to illuminate things for you. Again, moon cycles are coming up strongly at the moment. And like I said, the new moon is coming up next week at some point, at the time I'm recording this video. And the full moon is coming up obviously in the next few weeks after that. So you could be manifesting something then during the new moon. Something may happen at work which illuminates to you the next steps that you need to take. Okay, same thing again. You are supported. You are not by yourself. There is help at hand. There are people that are willing to help you. Help is on the way if you ask for it. Your ancestors, be it those that are in spirit, and even those that are here on the earth plane, they are here. You have people around you that are willing to help you. And if you feel like you don't have any friends or family around you, you need to do your research and you will find someone who can help you. Just know that you are supported, and there is always some form of support available for you. And for some of you who are looking to move away from a situation, whether it's leave a job or leave a relationship, which is, or some form of commitment, should I say, because it was the... and you feel like you're taking a gamble. It is saying let go. You may not literally have to be going through a divorce or leaving a job, but it could just be breaking from a situation which is causing you some form of stress, and you just need to take a day or two to just relax. So it could just be that too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a complete ending of a cycle, although for some of you it is. And like I said, the death card did come up here. If you know something is done and dusted, then there's no need to stay in that situation. For some of you, you're still umming and ahhing in terms of whether you want to do this or not. For those of you that are, like I said, October was prominent. That was coming up before. That may be the time where you decide to move on. Right, for those of you that had any other questions that were on your mind, let's see what's coming through. Reconsider, trust and abundance. If this is linked with work and they're not respecting you in your job, maybe it is time to reconsider and think about moving in a direction where you are going to be respected, where you are going to find loyal people to work with, who you can trust, with a true new beginning. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be you working for somebody else. It could just be you starting to have a side hustle, which again I mentioned earlier, and know that you're also supported with that too. Whichever direction you want to go in, there is always support for you. You just need to be willing to do the work, and that's what Saturn is about. Saturn is about hard work. Saturn isn't about taking the easy way out, because if you do take the easy way out or easy options, things can get harder and will get harder later on. It's all about the balance. That's why it's so important to do the hard work now. When you do reap the rewards later, you will feel so much better for it, because you know that a part of your mind and body and soul has gone into this project or your side hustle or your career or your relationship or whatever this pertains to. Know that you did your best, and that is what Saturn is about. It is about the hard work. Saturn is not easy. Saturn is about, you know, the whole traditional construct. You don't get off lightly. But just know when you do work hard, you do get your prosperity. You do reap your rewards. You will get your bountiful harvest. The world is your oyster. New beginnings will happen. That is your message from Saturn today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Until the next time.